Good morning, Guyana. Welcome to Soul Boost. Our topic today is mind control. Interesting topic, huh? Um, the topic came about when I heard this phrase today, and it said, when you conquer your mind, you conquer the world. And the first time you hear that phrase, it kind of takes you back. You're like, how is that possible? How could you possibly conquer the world by just conquering your mind? And if you really think about it, everything that you experience in the world is first created within the mind. And if you have control over it, then no matter what's happening outside within the world, you can control the mind on how you take that information in. So, a lot of us, when we're thinking about situations or when something happens, whether it could be a tragedy or it could be something that happens in the office, sometimes what happens is the mind can't let go of the incident and it will loop over and over and over again. And it's hard for some to really stop that thought process. And if you think about it, if the soul, that spiritual being within all of us that is in this body, is the master, that mind should be under the soul's control. But over time, we've just kind of neglected it. We've ignored it, not paid attention. And so the mind is kind of doing what it wants to do. And sometimes it goes into a loop. Sometimes, it can get upset, emotional, and we're under its control. So our meditation today is really going to focus on getting that mind back within the control of the soul. And the reason we're doing this is because you would never walk around thinking that you want to pick up something off of a table and you try to use your hand, but your hand isn't cooperating, or it does something else, picks up something else. You would think that was an odd thing, right? Because your limbs, all your senses should be under your control. The mind is no different. The mind is a companion of the soul. It shouldn't be someone or something that is a obstacle. And the mind can become an obstacle if we don't take care of it, just like anything else. If we don't eat the right things, then our body will end up suffering. If we don't think the right way, our mind will suffer. And we've just lived a long time taking in negative things, processing it, creating negative thoughts. And now what we see is a lot of negativity. And then when it comes into our mind, we don't think it's odd. We just go along with it. So today, let's just take a look at the mind and see if we can redirect it to where we want it to go. So take a breath, inhale, and let it out. And just bring your awareness, your attention to the screen of your mind. And just observe what movie is playing on the screen of your mind right now. And there's no need to judge whatever is going on, whether it's a negative movie, horror story, comedy, you're just observing. And just allow the soul to just watch that screen of the mind. And then take your awareness and direct the mind to focus on the soul, that living being of light. And bring that image of this tiny point of light to the screen of your mind. And just hold this awareness. And then feel that living being within this body. Feel the energy of that soul. Just allow the mind to be guided. Just give it the direction that it needs to follow. And gently take your awareness out of this body and out of this room. And just let the mind and intellect just travel higher. Just float free. Just feel there's no gravity pulling you. This point of light is just floating free. And allow the soul just to travel. Just beyond the stars, the sun and the moon. Just arriving in the home of all souls. And then you become aware of the presence of God. And you allow yourself just to surrender the mind to God with everything in it. It doesn't matter if it's good, if it's bad, you're surrendering it. And just allow God to purify that mind, to remove all the obstacles, all the burdens that you hold within that mind. Any thoughts that are being repeated over and over, just hand it over. And then feel the lightness within the soul of just letting go years of burdens that we carry within our mind. Just hold this feeling of peace and lightness. And then gently bring your attention back into this room and into the this body. And mind control can be as easy as directing your mind to what you need it to think. But it will take practice and it will take focus on creating pure and positive thoughts. Because that's how we shift the negative and the waste thoughts. Thoughts of being critical or complaining. The more thoughts of pure and positive that we have for ourselves and others, it will automatically shift the negative thoughts. So keep practicing your mind control, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. Om Shanti.